Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to This is Private Practice for Tuesday, the 8th of January. How has your day been? Have you had a good day? Are you feeling a bit, I'm back at work? Are you feeling a bit, I don't know where to start? I feel like the to-do list is blown out of control. I feel like my inbox is blown out of control, to be completely honest, but that's okay. I'm not going to let that bother me anymore. Hello, Linda, Adele, and John. Hello, John. That's funny. You're trying to find out where your wife is. Is that what's going on? Or is the fact that we've got a subject for today that you think is going to be really interesting? I got to go and see my very first rehab client of the year today, and how we know Jo isn't burnt out is when she is excited about going to see rehab clients. I can tell when I'm starting to feel burnt out and like my care factor goes through the floor. I start over-delivering and overcompensating, and people become an incredible burden, which must be such a delight for my family. But I met with a young man today, and we've got a great plan for the next month, and I'm really excited. I was excited to take him to a new environment, which was a stage in helping him get familiar with what work is going to feel like for him. And yeah, it was great. He was pleasant. He was kind, and he even said thank you. And I think that is the best gift that any client can give us, is when they say thank you. I'm really, really thrilled with that. I also got to do my first coaching session of the year, which with the fabulous Carol, which I really enjoyed. I really miss the connection with my coaching clients for the last 10 days. So if you're watching or you're watching later, know I've missed you, and I've checked to make sure when we're all connecting, because I'm really ready to connect with you all again. So you may have noticed from my posting today that in 3 weeks' time, I'm going to be traveling to Hawaii, and I have the incredible privilege of speaking to, I think there's about 150 registrants at the moment at a conference or a retreat, and I'm going to be talking about the entrepreneurial clinician as a way of being able to connect who we are with who we serve and how we want to do our work, and making sure that we learn to do good work by looking after ourselves. So I'm getting really excited about that. So I've started planning and preparing and looking at all the things I want to take and how I want to bless people. And then somebody jumped on that post today and threatened me with spam, meaning the meat in a can. And I'm just like, no, that can't be real. But I will be taking Vegemite. So if anyone tries to give me spam, you will be required to eat Vegemite. You have been challenged. Aha. I'm also looking forward to taking my little coffee machine that Frances Harvey gave me a little while ago to make sure that I always have decent coffee with me. So I'm getting a bit excited about that. So you'll probably hear me talking about that over the next couple of weeks. And then you'll get lots of posting from it, and I'll be in a different time zone, which is totally messing with my head at the moment, but that is going to be all okay, because once you're there in the time zone, you stop worrying about it. It's just control freak Jojo wants to be able to control where all the things and the stuff are happening right now, and that's just not possible for her brain. Not possible. So I wanted to talk about the authenticity and authority today. So we hear this word authentic, being authentic, turn up authentic, the need to be authentic a lot. And I think that it's one of those words that's being overused. Just thought I'd share that with you, because it's about, authenticity is about being true. Not your truth in the moment, not your histrionics in the moment, not your processing of your verbal diarrhea in the moment. Being authentic you authenticate something when you demonstrate that it's real. So you might authenticate a painting, that it was really done by Monet, or you might authenticate a document, or you might authenticate I don't know, a diagnosis somehow. So authenticity, we see it turn up a lot. And I think the reason why we're seeing people talk about it and asking for it is because people are looking for a way of connecting without the froth or the bubble or the brouhaha or all of the salesy language or salesy behavior that we've seen for so long. I think most of us these days, especially anyone in a helping or health profession, can see straight through sales behavior, straight through persuasive language. And what we want to know is we want to get to the heart of the person. We want to connect with the person before we connect with their skill set and what they can do. Then we want to know we can trust them. And being authentic is a way that helps build trust, because it means if I'm authentic today and I'm authentic tomorrow, then you can trust that when Joe turns up, it's Joe. One of the most uncomfortable experience I've witnessed was where two people met. I witnessed two people meeting for the first time. They'd only ever met online before, and then they met offline. And one of those people walked away afterwards and went, she's nothing like she was online. And she was so disappointed. And so she felt betrayed by that. So please, please, please be careful that if you want to be authentic, that doesn't mean you wear your heart on the sleeve when you're online being all emotional and vulnerable, thinking that's creating great emotional connection, if that's not the way you behave offline. You need to understand it and make sure that you're being careful about that. Being authentic, if being professional is really important to you, then do that with authenticity. If being unprofessional and flicking your hair all the time, like poor Nicola was roped over the coals about this morning, if that's you, if that's what you do authentically, if that's how you behave, if that's a part of who you are, then be that, because it takes a lot of freaking energy to stop yourself from being your true self. Have you noticed? It's why the mental health profession is a booming profession, because we're all wearing these masks and we all need to learn how to take them off in a way that's safe, that doesn't make us unsafe. I want to encourage some more authenticity. So that doesn't mean being unwise. It doesn't mean blurting out stuff that's inappropriate. It doesn't mean putting your dirty laundry for everybody to be able to witness and watch. But it does mean if you want to talk about difficult subjects, that you do that, and you do that in a way that is peaceful, and in a way that is engaging, and in a way that is true to who you are. So the way I turn up when I see clients is incredibly different to the way Beck McMurray would turn up to see clients, which would be incredibly different to the way Kylie Worry would turn up and see a client. But a client would all have an amazing experience if they saw any of us, or all of us as one client got to do. It was a fantastic experience. But we all turned up as ourselves, and we all progressed and processed what was going on for that client authentically, because I don't tolerate inauthenticity very well at all. I did that for a really long time. I worked out how not to do that. So how does authenticity then relate to authority? So you probably don't realize this, but if you have a business, if you are leading any sort of community, you have a level of leadership which comes with a level of power. Now, a lot of us get that as a name, like a job title. We're used to it as a job title. I am the managing director. I am the CEO. I am the marketing manager. I am the boss lady. So we assume this positional power or positional leadership, which is actually, according to John Maxwell, a leadership guru, one of the lowest levels of leadership that there is. We have no authority when it comes from that. We might think we do, and we might act in a way that makes us feel really powerful, but really it doesn't come from a place of authenticity. It doesn't come from a place of integrity, and it doesn't come from a place of being able to trust. And I've lived that life as well, and I didn't enjoy it, and I didn't like how it treated people as a result. For us to become an authority, which is something that we want people to be able to trust that who we are is who we say we are, that the way we turn up is the way we will turn up, and that we know what we're talking about. We want people to be able to understand our knowledge and our skills and our expertise as having authority. If you're going to come to me and work with me as a client, you want to know that I have the authority to lead you through a process or help you to get to where you want to go. You don't need to know all the steps and the ins and outs, because, to be honest, I couldn't explain them all to you. But you want to know that there's a level of authority that comes with who I am and what I do. So for an example, today I had my coaching client, Carol. She gave this incredible affirmation to me. She's got a gazillion things going on. Like that woman, we gave her some rest, and now creativity has gone on overdrive, which is okay. So my response to that has been, I do not want to keep up with you when you are like this. We are going to slow the hell right down so that we can do things properly. Now, I can say that because I have authority. She trusts that I have her best interests at heart, and she trusts that I can speak with authority because I've been where she's been and I've done what she's done, and I know that it's not healthy for her or anyone. So if you're looking to build an online presence, if you're looking to build your marketing base, to lead your team, if you're looking to build a community, if you're looking at growing your social media profile, did I already say that one? Then you want to start looking at where authenticity can come through. What are the parts of you that you are happy to share with others? And how do you establish that online and offline? I'd really be keen to see if anybody's got some ideas or some thoughts about their own experiences with authenticity and how that has led to a sense of having authority, not positional power, making sure that we've understood the difference between the two. But I'm really looking forward to opening up this discussion. So I am going to end now because we've hit the 10-minute mark. Oh, remember the days when these only went for 2 or 3 minutes? But before I do, if anyone is watching this to the very, very end, I have a question. Would you be interested in knowing how many people I've worked with from Australia, from overseas, from the USA? Is that actually interesting for anybody? I just had somebody requested of me today, and wow, I've never had it happen in the 8 years I've been doing this. So just wondering if that's something that people would find interesting, because I'd be happy to go work that out, I think. Anyway, until probably not tomorrow, it's Wednesday, going to give myself the day off. Let's meet again on Thursday and talk about all things This is Private Practice.